Hey there, Tater Tots. Welcome back to the world. Oh, I'm so excited about this season still. I really am. So I just, a little inside baseball here. I just released or scheduled to release the episode 2 yesterday. And today I'm already in here recording. And just so everyone's aware, I still don't have the viewport mod, which allows me to hit one of my mouse buttons and go into front-facing view. I'm totally not refreshing that page like every 10 minutes. But I did do some things off camera, just some little things, right? I added a pressure plate here so we can get in and out very easily. I don't remember if I included it in the last episode, but I added the lanterns there, over here, and one right there. And then I think at the end of the last episode, I had 2 of them hanging right there, and I moved one down there just because I felt like it looked like there was a face on the front of the starter house, and I don't like that. Additionally, I updated the little lamp posts here. I added barrels, and then I basically took out the copper rods completely. There are some better, and I've done some better, lamp post builds, like designs, but I think this is fine for now. Again, this is a starter house. And then if we come over here to the mountain, we've got to find a name for this. I don't like the mountain, the blob. Anyway, let me know what you think we should call it. But if we come right over here, you won't see anything different here. I did add torches, but I think I added those last episode as well. Just because when I was sitting here doing the chicken thing, mobs kept coming up and trying to eat my face. This is going well. Got a lot of chicken in there. I did add some lanterns there, some copper lanterns, just so we have it, as well as one right there. Oh, by the way, I did a little bit of a test, and the light level does not appear. I didn't actually. Hold on. I think it's this one. Yes. Okay. So does that? No. So the light level doesn't change with these depending on the color of it or the oxidation as it does with the copper bulb. So that's good to know. So that means that any that we want to let fully oxidize, we can absolutely do that. And I don't have access to bees right now anyway, so there's not really much I could do about it. I did update this as well, just so we have a little bit more of like an entrance to the mines. I added these fence posts going all the way down, and then I also added lanterns and took out all the torches. So we've got that going on as well. But I think I've caught you up pretty much on everything that I did off camera in between episodes. So let's go over the loose goals for this video. So the first thing that I need to do is livestock. I need to get livestock. I need to get cows for leather and that sort of thing. And we may as well, while we're at it, get some sheep if we come across any, because I do need a secondary bed. And maybe pigs. I don't know. We'll see on pigs. The second thing is I want to continue with, like the mining montage thing. I will make it as brief as possible. Once again, I know that a lot of people don't like to watch the mining. I totally get that. So I'll try to limit that, but we do still need to gather as many resources as possible. I also want to, actually, I forgot the button thing. Okay. So if we go over here, and I did mention it towards the end of the last episode. Hi, llama. We have access to feathers for days. So I think it would be a cool idea to get a fletching villager just so that we can trade those for emeralds. I don't have anything that I really want emeralds for right off the bat, but I do think that having a nice little stockpile of them by trading both the feathers and sticks would be a really good idea. And finally, and this is really cool. I came up with this idea with my 10-year-old son last night. So we had this, which looks like it's just a wasted thing, a wasted opportunity, right? Because I don't want to go down there with all the water and stuff like that. However, if we go straight through here, just like so, I suppose I could have swam. We've got access, and I showed it in the intro. We've got access to the front of the mountain. Right? Or the blob or whatever. We've got access to it right here, which means if I were to dig this out, we could have a little tunnel that goes directly to the inside. Initially, in the last video, as you probably saw there towards the end, I did toy with the idea of just expanding this little creek to go all the way around. And I still like that idea. I might still even do it. But having really easy access where I can just pull the boat straight in here and maybe have a dock or something in here, I think that would be really cool. So first things first is livestock. So let's get started on that. I think I've got some, don't I have some leads somewhere? I could have sworn I had some leads somewhere. Ah, there they are. Got them. Okay. So I've got leads. I'm going to need some wheat, and we can get more as needed outside. The last thing that I think, I don't think I want to use fences. I want to be creative with this. So I want to use cobble, regular stone, maybe some stairs, some slabs, maybe some of these mixed in. Yeah, I think using or building like a livestock pen, I really like to use stone for that and make it kind of like a ruined stone wall. In fact, I'm probably going to throw in some stone walls, but I think this is a really good start, with that, I think we can actually like find a place for this. Now, here's the decision. Do I want to put it over there? Or do I want to put it over here? Now, I think just because, livestock, here, let's do this. Just because livestock is considered like a very early game thing, maybe I want to keep it over near the starter house. Plus, we've got a lot more space here, a lot more space to work with. It's not like the mountain right over there. That would be really tough to find a good spot to put livestock. Maybe we can do it right over here. That's an idea. So maybe I can cover up, some of this. I don't really need that lava. Fix some of these holes, and maybe just this area right here can be the area for the livestock. I think I want to keep this pond though. I don't like how deep it is, but I think I want to keep this here as a feature, just in case we want to use it for something later on. So maybe this area here all the way over to here. Just have like little stone pens. I think that'll work. And actually, I could use the wood. All right, so I think this area is going to be plenty. So I was just watching back the flashback, what you guys just watched, and it looks a lot smaller from up above, but I do still think that it's going to be fine. Now, what I want to do, I think, is I want to either clear out, actually I'll probably just add dirt on top of all this right here, and then I want the stone walls to start at the water's edge here. So that way we're using as much of the space as we possibly can. So let me grab some more dirt so I can fill this in, and I'm sure I'm gonna have to replace some of the sand as well, and then we can get started on these enclosures. There, I think this is a really good start, I do. So what we're gonna have is the stone walls are gonna come basically out of the water and go at least 1.5 blocks high, so that way the mobs, cows, sheep, whatever, they can't escape. So that's what I'm gonna do all around here, and then within that I'll make the separate pens. But while I'm at it, while I'm looking at this, I think it might be a cool idea to do the same over here, kind of like a retaining wall around the outside of the crops. I think that could be really cool. So the trick for this is, what I like to do is I like to variate it until I get to 1 block above. So let me show you what that would look like. So like, let's say that. I'll do that all the way around. And then what I'll do is I'll go around with either slabs or stairs or full blocks. And I'll just add it kind of randomly to the top of all of it so that the mobs still can't get out, but it still has kind of like that textured ruined look. Okay, perfect. So just like that, you can see I've kind of got it marked out there, and I also made the retaining wall here. So now the next step is to just start on one end and just I like to do it randomly. So, you know, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do one of these. A stair would be cool right about there. You know, this is what I do. There's no rhyme or reason. In fact, the best way is to just not have a rhyme or reason. Have something playing in the background, and then you can just kind of mindlessly switch between them and kind of go like that. That's how I do it anyway. Okay, so I think I've got it for the most part. Okay, so if I come down here, and I still need to do the path, but that's fine. There's going to be a path that goes along this wall, and then there will be like a stair or something that brings you up in here. So I've got 3 sections, as you can see right here. I've got a pretty big one here, a pretty big one here, and a smaller one here. So I am thinking this will probably be the cow pen, just because it's the biggest. That will be the sheep, and that will be the pigs. Now, I lit it up. Here, let's see. You can see right here, you can see all the numbers. I tried to use the minimum amount of lanterns as I could while still lighting it all up, and I think that has been successful. And I still haven't decided what I'm going to do with this. What I might end up doing is just convert it all into obsidian and then mine it so that I have it, and then cover it all up like terraform here with dirt. I need more dirt, by the way. Like, I'm pretty sure this 22 is like the last dirt to my name. But let's look to see what it looks like from this way, because this is important. This is going to be the main base area. This is just a starter area. And yeah, I think I like that. I like that a lot. How it's got like the retaining walls on both sides. And you can see I transplanted all of my sugarcane. I made these little pockets of sand all around, and I did it in the front as well. I'm really jittery right now, and I can't really figure out why. But you see there? Yeah. Yeah, I think that looks really good. I think it looks really good. But you see, what we're missing is the actual animals to go into it. So I think that's what we're going to do next. And actually, I think the easiest way to do this will be just to take the water. So let's go this way, and then we can try to find some animals and then just, you know, use our leads and bring them back via the water. That way we're not having to deal with them getting stuck on literally everything like they do whenever they're on a lead. I think this will be the easiest way to do it. This looks like a nice area for some animals. There's got to be something over here, right? Oh, look at the horses. I'm sorry. One day we will get back to the village, and I've got much better versions of horses than you guys. I can promise you that. Let's go, sheep. It's getting dark. I didn't bring shears or anything. 1, and I only need 2. Come on. 2. I've still got you. I've still got you. Let's go find that boat. Oh, the mobs are coming. I can already tell. Where's the boat? It's over here somewhere. Come on, guys. Don't break your leads now. Oh, I see it. Still gotcha. Let's go. Is it just me, or does it seem like I'm rowing slower since I'm tugging animals? Maybe that's just a me thing. It would be a really cool change if they did that, though. All right, seriously? Why did you get in the boat? Both of you got in the boat. Now, can I lead them with this? That's a question. Or do I leave them here and sleep? No! Seriously? Oh, that's so irritating. I've got mutton. We are going right over, actually here. I think this is the perfect spot. Follow me. Come on. We can do it. Yes. Okay, we've got 1 sheep. Okay, so here's sheep number 2. And you following me? Okay. And number 3, just in case. we've got insurance this time. Oh, yeah, I couldn't get in at that time, could you? All right, follow me. Let's go this way. Here, I'm going to hold this too, just to make sure. See, he wanted to get stuck on that tree. Come on, follow me, guys. Follow me. Okay, so now let's come in here. 1 at a time, please. Come on. Come on. Yes. Okay, perfect. Gotcha and gotcha. Oh, nice. And there are cows right over here, right close to the base, so I don't have to deal with water, and there's not too many. It's primarily downhill from here. I think this is the last uphill that I have to worry about them getting caught, and then it's just downhills which I think they should be able to navigate. Oh no. Come on, dude. I have no way to get you up. Okay, come over here. Let's go. Hopefully I'm not going to run into lava or anything. Come on, get up. Get up. Get up. There we go. And hopefully just be able to get these guys in their pen one at a time. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes, 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 yes. Close. Take you. And take you. We've got cows. And pig number 1. Come on, come on. Pig number 2. It's like Noah's Ark over here. Whew. So I will get started on breeding these guys. Luckily I've got a ton of wheat over there, but I don't think I have anything that I can use to breed pigs yet. So that's a little concerning. Okay, so now that we've made significant headway on the livestock, I still need something to do with those pigs. Hopefully when we find a villager later on, if we get around to that, but it's my goal to get around to it, they'll have something in the village that we can use to breed those guys. In fact, just having additional crops other than wheat itself will be a pretty cool thing. So the next thing is I'm going to do that mining montage that I was talking about. So I've got some pickaxes. I've got my diamond just in case. Not really sure what I need it for, but I've got that just in case, along with some extra iron and stuff to make more torches, that sort of thing. So let's go back down to the mines, and I'm going to set my timer for exactly 1 hour, and let's see what we get. All right, guys, it's been an hour. I just started off going that way. My last 2 mining trips were this way, and we found a lot of water. A ton of water. I mean, there were other things too, but a ton of water. So here's what I've got. I've got all 18 of these. I had to come back to make some pickaxes, so I put those in there to smelt. And then I got 53 more raw iron on top of that, and that's without fortune. So that's 53, 63, 71 iron that I got. So that was pretty good. And then I wasn't going for copper at all, but I did find a block of raw copper, which probably means that there was a copper vein nearby, as well as 59 more raw copper. So that was pretty cool too. So here we go, putting it in my ore chest. Now, I've been in this area now. This is what, episode 3? But I have not... Oop, time to sleep. Good morning. I have not explored anywhere. I have no idea what's around me aside from that direction. I know there's a mesa biome way over there, but I don't know anything else. And seeing as how I'm going to want to do something with villagers, I want to get a Fletcher. I really want to get a Fletcher so that I can do something with those feathers and possibly some sticks later on. I think now is a good time to go exploring a little bit. Find a village, at least. I think it would be really cool to find a village, and I think I want to go that direction. But before I do that, there is something else that I desperately need to do, and you guys have done a fantastic job doing your homework and reminding me about it. Where are you? Right there. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's perfect. Put these back here. Grab some of these, and there. I've finally got a traveling bed. There, I think I've got everything that I need. So now, let's go on an adventure. Oh man, really? We've got an ocean monument right here. That's actually really close. I might need to set up a guardian farm at some point. Hey, I think... Yeah, it's my first shipwreck. I see a chest over here. The sideways ones always confuse me. Can I get it? Can I get it? Yes. Okay, there. Get up. Goodness gracious. I always need to remember that I don't have respiration. Ooh, a buried treasure map. That's actually cool. All right, let's check this out. Okay, so I need to go south, almost straight south. Oh, we're coming into view. Nice. It's actually in the water and not on land. Okay, so the trick here, for anybody who doesn't know, is on Java anyway. You put your butt right up against the center of the X, like so. And then what you do is you cheat. So you pull up F3. You want it to be 9, 9. So here? Maybe? Goodness gracious. Oh, there it is. Okay. Actually, let's do this. There. And now I'm good. Man, let's see. That was a good find. We got the Heart of the Sea. That kind of comes standard. But I also got a bunch of emeralds. That's going to be really nice. Some food. Some lapis. I think I already had a bunch of lapis. Iron nuggets. Ooh, and even more iron. This is pretty good. Now, I can't say for sure, but it looks like there might be some path blocks up there. And if that's the case, then that means there's probably a village. And there's another guardian or ocean monument right there. Look at the horses. You know, I could really use a saddle. Unfortunately, so actually, that's kind of funny. So when I was growing up, I had family that was in the Michigan area. So a lot of my family lives in Michigan, on both sides of my family, actually. And everyone in Michigan, when they want to go to an amusement park, they go to a place in Ohio called Cedar Point. And if you've never been to Cedar Point, it's a roller coaster capital of the world, the self-proclaimed roller coaster capital of the world. But it is deserved because they've got some of the best roller coasters in just about every roller coaster category that you can think of at Cedar Point. The problem is when you grow up going to Cedar Point and riding the roller coasters there, it kind of ruins roller coasters for you everywhere else. That's how I feel right now about, I was just saying that I could really use a saddle because there's so many horses around, but over in my village, Jungle Base, the village near my jungle base, I have got a max horse, a max donkey, and a max mule that I spent so much time breeding to get to that level. And just can't bring myself to ride horses anymore unless they're really, really, really fast. Oh, books! I can use those. Depth Strider, very nice. I am going to steal these books, though. So guys, I just came up with an idea. Okay, so I've already done the villager breeder thing here in this world, and I don't really want to do it again. So how about I set myself a challenge where I'm not allowed to breed villagers. If I want to do anything with villagers, I've got to go out and kidnap them one by one. I kind of like that idea. More books, nice. I'll race you to the top. Race you to the top. I won. I feel like Rocky going up the steps. Oh, no way. There's actually a blacksmith here. Hello, sir. Got anything to trade? Nothing that I want, but I will definitely see what you've got back here in your stores. Let's see. Oh, I have some iron boots. I can use that. Iron pickaxes are always good. So I have a problem, and my problem is I'm running out of inventory. Oh, a bundle. Well, I suppose that could solve that problem. So let's just get all of the stackable items that we've got and I don't want to do away with, and we can put them in this bundle. That'll make things much easier. And we got a saddle. I didn't even see that before. That's awesome. And obsidian. I don't think I'll need obsidian, but may as well keep it. So now, you know what? I'm going to upgrade. I'm going to do it. I guess that'll be the other thing, right? I'll keep this. So if I find armor pieces anywhere that are an upgrade to the copper, I will equip them. Look, it's my game, and I'll change the rules whenever I want. Like playing any game with a small child. Let's see if this has a gold block. Does it? It does. Oh, it does too. Man, that's pretty fancy. Don't mind if I do. Thank you very much. Now, these usually have a chest. There it is. anything that I want to keep? That's about it. That's probably fine. I tell you what, I am getting lucky. I think this is the third like village house that has the books in it that I've found. That's pretty sweet. That means we should be able to do some enchanting soon. All right, I believe that is all the villager houses that we've got. So, did I check that one? Oh, I left some books up there. Very nice. How many books do I have? Oh, only 15, but still, that's pretty sweet. Oh no, I already had 21. Look at that. So 36 altogether. I am well on my way. That's pretty sweet. All right, I have checked all the villager houses. I guess the only thing we have left to do is to kidnap one of these guys. Just like that. Now, hopefully, I do have my coordinates set up. Actually, oh man, it would have been a really good idea. Guys, remind me when I get home. I need to set up that lodestone and do a lodestone compass. That'll be crucial. Crucial. Let's head back home. Home, sweet home. And you guys know where we're going to put this villager. Well, kind of. Because right now, I'm just going to kind of stick him right there. Maybe I'll put him into the wall a little bit. Just so he's safe. Like so. And then I'll trap him. Like this. Perfect. So now he can't... actually, let's put a torch in there. Now he'll be safe. That's perfect. Now, I have been racking my mind... a lot for a couple of days now, actually, on what I should do next. So here's the thing, okay? I have mentioned several times now that I want to make a village in this area and have villagers in it. I've even said that, you know what, we're making the executive decision that all villagers that we get in this base location will be kidnapped, right? I'm not going to do a villager breeder here. So I had planned, or I still have planned, to make a village here that is made with those guys, with mushroom blocks. The problem is that you cannot get mushroom blocks in Minecraft. Believe me, I've Googled, without Silk Touch. It's just not possible. You can't craft them yourself. You can't do anything else. I don't have Silk Touch. So the options are, one, I can take that villager over there. I can turn him into a librarian and just cycle the trades over and over and over again until there's a Silk Touch book. That is an option. Another option is to get a few more bookshelves, so 3 more bookshelves, and make an enchanting table and, you know, roll the dice on getting Silk Touch with that. The problem with that is I am at 29 levels right now. I believe you probably need 30 to get Silk Touch, and I haven't confirmed that. Maybe I'll look it up. So I would get like 1 shot to enchant an iron axe with Silk Touch because I don't have a good way to get experience right now. I don't have an experience farm. I don't have anything like that. So I've been trying to figure out, the third option, I almost forgot, is to go back over here, right over here, build a little fishing dock, and do a ton of fishing. Obviously, it's so hard to get enchanted books, period. But getting an enchanted book that you want with fishing is extremely hard. So I'm trying to figure out what the best route for this is. On top of that, so let's say I do turn that guy into a librarian, and let's say I do, grind it out and get the Silk Touch enchantment. I don't have a good source for emeralds. That was actually my initial thought about bringing him over here, was to use all the feathers that I've got over here in the automatic lava chicken farm right there. Use all these feathers along with, trees, sticks, and a fletching villager to get a ton of emeralds. So it's almost like, what do I do? Do I turn him into a librarian? Do I turn him into a fletcher? Do I go get another villager? That is another option so that I can have one of each. Do I want to burn one of my villagers that are going to be significantly harder to come by during this series since I'm not breeding villagers? Do I want to burn one of them on just a Silk Touch book? when that's something that you can usually, as long as you've got an experienced farm, get that fairly easily in an enchanting table. These are the kind of decisions that I have right now. But before I overthink this too much, which I probably already have, let's see what the first enchantment is here. Because if I can get just 3 more bookshelves and make an enchanting table, maybe all of this will be answered for me. And 1, 2, 3. Perfect. I've got 15. So let's just find a good spot for this. Don't worry. It will probably just be temporary. So how about here? Okay, and let's see what it's got. Please, 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 please. It does not say Silk Touch. What if I were to put like a shovel in? I don't think it makes a difference. Yeah, it's the same. Okay, so let's roll the dice on this. I mean, we may as well. I've just got to get a couple levels first. Actually, I don't even need a couple levels. Look at this. I'm almost there. Let me see if I can find a furnace somewhere. Do I have anything that I can smell? Oh, perfect. Okay, watch this. Oh, just like that. Everyone cross your fingers. That means you. Seriously, cross your fingers. This will save me so much time. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's do the axe. Let's do lapis. 1, 2, 3. Please. Oh my goodness, please. Wait a second. What if I cover some of these? Hold on, hold on. Let's maximize this a little bit. So what if I were to do this? Okay, what do we got now? It's still the same. Okay, what if I did this? What about now? Okay, it's a little bit different. Nope, none of them worked out. I tried all of them, and then some of them, I was doing all sorts of stuff. So, we still have to roll the dice with that level 30 enchantment. That's okay. Let's do it. All right, ready? Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and... Come on, please. Silk Touch. No, I mean, that's a great axe, but not what I'm looking for. I don't even have a grindstone. Okay, here's some more copper that we could smelt up. I just don't know if it's going to be enough. And some gold. First stack is done. What does that get me? Oh, almost 28. Not a lot, guys. Let's see what the gold gets me. Okay, now we're actually at 28. Guys, I've grown desperate. I've resorted to, I had like 18 pieces of raw chicken up there at the egg farm that I'm cooking. And I've resorted to cooking cobblestone. Wasting all my coal, by the way, but cooking cobblestone. But I tell you what, I am going to get to 30 levels. Hopefully it's not all waste. All right, so not sure what I'm going to do with all of this smooth stone, but let's take it. Let's see. Come on, please, please. Oh my goodness, so close. Bet you never thought I'd do a segment on cooking things in furnaces, but apparently that's where we are. Come on, please. Yes, perfect. Okay, so let's go back up and give it another shot. I did make another iron axe. All right, is this going to be it? Let's see. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and please. Yes. Oh my goodness. This is perfect. Now I'm going to go collect as many mushroom blocks as I can because now we get to get started on the village. But for these mushrooms, I want to make sure that I get some far away from the base area just so I don't mess up the landscaping. All right, I don't need too much to start out. I have 2 and almost 3 stacks of the red. That's the important one, but I've also got almost a stack of the brown as well and 28 of the mushroom stem. Now let's clear out some of this area and make room for a village. I may as well smoothen out some of this kind of pathway over to the mines because it does look kind of ugly. You go from this level down to this level, you might fall down to that level, you come back up again, all the way down to there. So if I can smooth that out a little bit and make it a little bit more welcoming, that'll be nice. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see this. Hold on. This looks so different than it did before. I don't know if you guys can remember it, but there was like a big mound here. There was another really big mound here, but I just tried to smooth it a little bit. I don't know how I'm going to terraform this. I do want to incorporate that waterfall somehow, as well as that one back there. Just not sure how we're going to do that yet. But it is time to finally get started on the villager houses. At least one for now. We'll see how many that we can squeeze in. I know we are getting close to time for this episode, and there is something else that I want to do as well. Okay, so I think I have decided right here should be the very first villager house. And I think that I'm going to make it out of spruce. Here, let me show you. I put all the mushroom bits over here with the chicken, which, by the way, is coming along really nicely. But I think I'm going to make it out of mushroom blocks, some spruce. I've got plenty of spruce from clearing out this area. And maybe some mushroom stem. We'll see. So if we come right over here, I'm not sure if I want it with the tree on the side or the tree behind. Let's try it with the tree behind. Okay, so let's do here, and I think I want it to be 5 by 5. Let's go 5 by 5. It has to be odd, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then what, there? Yeah, I think that's about right. So something like that with the tree in the back. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. I want to get a little bit farther away from that tree. Yeah, so maybe I'll do right here. So maybe this is the first one that you see when you're heading to the Nether portal. And again, this is temporary, but I think it's temporary. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it there. But I think this is where I want it to be. Right next to that, I think that'll be a really good start for the village as we're coming in. This will be the first house that you see. I think that works. And then I was thinking I would use the mushroom block. So this will be the door, right? So the mushroom blocks would go around like so. How does that look? Oh, I did plan on doing this. Hold on. Yeah, just like that. I think that'll look pretty good. With a roof made of these red mushroom blocks, I think that'll work. It'll look like a big mushroom. Just a big house made out of a mushroom, which is exactly what I'm going for here, by the way. I want it to be like a dark oak forest village, if one of those existed. So when you're working with mushroom blocks, it's really important that you don't accidentally put a block next to it that you don't intend to keep there. So like this dirt pillaring up, if I would have put it in like right there instead, it would have changed all of these to, actually, that's perfect. You see the bottom of that mushroom right there? That's what it would have looked like if I would have done that. Okay, so how does that look? Oh, I think that looks perfect. That's exactly what I'm going for here. I mean, it's going to need a little bit of detail, you know, like the windows and that sort of thing. But this is perfect. I think variations of something like this all around here would be the perfect, like, dark oak village. That's awesome. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. What I did here is, since we're going to have a villager inside, and I really don't want him to escape. One, I don't want him to go into the Nether portal. Two, I don't want him to drown or get killed by mobs or get killed by a llama, anything like that. So what I've done is kind of a double door here, but you don't even realize it, right? So this is keeping the mobs out right here. This, did that change? No. This is keeping the villagers from escaping because they are exactly 2 blocks high. So just having this trapdoor right here will keep them from being able to escape. So I think that works really well. Now let's get a lantern inside like so. So that'll keep it nice and bright in here. Plus I won't be able to tell once it oxidizes. I don't really like what it looks like once it oxidizes. I did make a white bed like that so that he can go to sleep. And I decided, actually, so since I don't need this guy to be used for silk touch or anything like that, I was able to luck out and get it in the enchanting table. I can actually make him a Fletcher, which means I have a good source of emeralds. So we'll put that right there. Perfect. So now he can get to his workstation, he can get to his bed, everything is great. Now, just getting this guy in here is going to be a problem. So I'm going to take that out, and then I'm going to remove this. I don't think there's any other workstations around. Let me see if there's anything in the chicken. No, I don't have any barrels over there or anything. I think we should be safe. Here, just to be sure, because I know we do have barrels and furnaces and stuff like that down there. I'm going to block off this area so he doesn't think that he can get to it. Hopefully. I don't know. In a perfect world, I'd be able to release this guy, and he just says, hey, there's a workstation in here. I'm going to go directly in here, and then we're good. Maybe I should remove this too. I don't think they can open those. This is a risk. This is a risk. I'm going to try to move this guy without a boat. Wish me luck. Come on. You can do it. Go up there. There's a workstation up there. Oh, you found it. It's over there. Please go that way. Please go in the house. I didn't block off the nether portal. Just go in the house. Just go in the house and boom. Ha ha, you're trapped. You're trapped. There's nothing you can do. So we'll have access to the stick trade right away, as you can see. But unfortunately, I'm not going to have access to the feather trade until I get him leveled up to expert. So that's going to be a lot of sticks, but hopefully that also means a lot of emeralds. So that's good. I'm glad I got that done, at least one of the houses. I plan on having a bunch of the houses just like that, or variations of kind of that design all over this place. The other thing I want to do though, and oh man, I've been looking forward to this. That's why I kind of saved it to the end. You see this hole? This hole right here. And I may have shown you this already. But this hole, if you come all the way through here, oh, maybe all the way through here, it links up with the outside, which just so happens to be right across from the starter house. So I think I like this idea of having this be like the boat entrance to the inside of the mountain base, which means I'm going to have to clear all this out. The water is at the same level, so that does make things a little bit easier, but I'm going to have to clear this out because I'd really love for it to come out right here. All right, so I've got this side opened up, and yeah, I had to fill in a bunch of water with a water bucket, just like so. Minecraft water mechanics are really annoying when you're trying to fill in, an area like this, because there's always one weird block that you can't see, obviously, that's really hard to fill in, but I got it, so that's good. Now I just need to continue this cave going that way. All right, I think I've got it, so let's test this out. And of course there's going to be like a boat dock over here at some point. I do plan on doing more with these waterfalls, which I think I said before, but I'm not really sure exactly how I'm going to incorporate them into the terraforming, like the landscape right now. But actually, let's sleep first. Okay, so let's test this out, all right? So I've got my boat. I can go through the tunnel like so. And directly across. Oh man, that's really cool. What if I had like a boat gatehouse right here, like security, to keep ruffians from coming into the base area? I think that would be really cool. And of course, I'm going to want to smooth all this out, just make it look a lot better, especially like if we're making this look man-made and not natural. I'm going to want things like, wood supports, that sort of thing. Maybe some slabs to smoothen out the terrain. Maybe, work on the floor a little bit more so it matches. That would be really nice. But I think we've made significant progress to the base area. It may not look like it. I got so much done though. I did the place for the livestock. I did the walls and decorated that area over there. And I started, oh my goodness, the actual village in here. I'm so excited about how this is going to look. Plus doing a little bit of other improvements like, adding our little boat tunnel here. But that's all the time I've got for today. This is already going over, but thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Right on the screen right now, you're going to see our list of channel members. Again, make sure you say thank you to them in the comments section. They definitely deserve it. And so do you. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. See ya.